Obviously, manager moves.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start with that because that's, I guess, the real drama.
Actually,
at the
a lot
moment.
happening now.
A lot going on. Let's start with the big one. You said who? Is that Trent Alexander? I think Arnold, is it?
Yeah, we thought we'd start off by talking about a Real Madrid player.
Because why not?
Because why not?
It's the history of the Real Madrid. Obviously, the whole reaction on Sunday. So sour to, I think, a decent, considering both teams were on the beach, bit of a decent game between the two sides. But the reaction, expected, deserved, indifferent.
Expected. I think expected. What are your thoughts on it? Because I like hearing what opposition fans have to say about it, to be honest.
Look, if this is the thing, this is like Wayne Rooney, but he's at Everton. This is like gigs.
Who's your favourite Man United player of all time? I guess Ronaldo. But again, these are like a homegrown.
Yeah,
like a homegrown
for me,
talent.
It's like if Garnacho was really good.
Yeah.
I still feel a bit crap if you're gonna leave in the summer.
Yeah.
But if he was really good like Trent is, I would feel betrayed.
Yeah.
And it's the way that it's gone down, right? It's the way that he's. I saw someone compare it Bobby Firmino, who is a club legend, right? Didn't make a big fuss about it and just announced it at the end of that game there. Yeah. He was in tears. It looked like it actually meant something to him to leave the football club. Plus, it was the end of the year, end of his career and stuff like that. No, but I think that was handled much better by Bobby Firmino. It was, let's focus on the football, and then right at the end, I'll say, okay, I'm done.
I mean, it's just such a shit situation at the moment because it could have been so easily avoided that we've gotten to this. Why I was actually really annoyed at Slot on the weekend for even having him in the squad. Yeah, like he's not going to be here next year, and then subbing him on. I mean.
Fuck.
I don't understand why rival fans are so like why are Liverpool booing? He's like, let's put this out. He only announced that he was leaving for Real Madrid to then come in and say we want him early. Yeah. Well, that's the only reason that got announced because he announced that he was leaving officially, and then like an hour later it was like Real Madrid want to buy him for the Club World Cup and shit. So. Yeah, there was obviously I think everyone's seen the videos. There were obviously cheers. I think there was the odd cheer. There was the odd cheer, but there were a lot of boos. And again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you're a match-going fan, if you paid,
you can do whatever you want.
Your money, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. But to hear that there were fights in the COP and people getting kicked out for it is, I think that's too far. But I think the club's going to have to seriously consider what they do for the parade. Because all it takes is, and everyone's going to be absolutely off their head that day. Like everyone's going to be drunk, fucking going mental. It's only going to, and alcohol does fucking special things to people. Yeah. So, and all it takes is one person to just lob a beer at the bloke, and then it's ruined. So I mean, look, he shouldn't play again for the rest of the year. He shouldn't even be in the squad. I mean, you got a guy in Chiesa that's not even in the squad.
Yeah, give the guy a crack.
And who wants to be here. Yeah. You got a guy in Trent who's leaving, and the whole thing, how it's been handled, has been an absolute shambles by both Trent and the club. To be honest, with playing him, and of course it was him that kept Marino on side for the goal, which just topped it off. Yeah. So, it's a shit situation.
I'll throw you one more. Hindsight's a great thing. We love hindsight in football. It's one of the ultimate equalisers. January, the 60 mil they offered, I think, what is it in the end? Okay, this is heavy unders.
They offered, I think it was like 40 or something.
Yeah, heavy unders, but it's more than what you're going to get now, which is, I think, a mil to sign for the World Cup. Yeah. Would you have taken that now, considering how easily you've walked in the title?
Looking at it now, yes. Yeah. Obviously, you'd take the money, and knowing how sort of easily we've won it with Arsenal dropping off and stuff, but that was never going to happen. Liverpool were never going to sell him. I don't think Trent was really ever going to leave. But with the whole Real Madrid buying him early, I would have done it. Yeah, just go because the problem is now, instead of the last game of the season being about the team and the fans and the cameras will literally just be on fucking Trent the entire time. And I'm actually really scared for the moment where, obviously every player gets to lift the cup by themselves. Like they get to lift it.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared. I'm sure every player will do it in front of the cop. I'm scared that
doesn't happen
if they give it to Trent, because the players still like love him and stuff like that. When he went over to the cop at the end,
was it
Gakpo? People were booing him, and Gakpo themselves were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So the players still obviously care about the lad, but yeah, it's this is the problem. It just makes me so pissed off.
It just ruins
it just ruins it. All the cameras, all the attention's going to be on him, and it no matter what he does, it's going to ruin it a little bit. So he shouldn't even be in the squad. It's just such a shit situation.
It's honestly turned into one of the worst titles.
It actually has. Yeah.
The league got written off. People saying, "Oh, Liverpool just okay, the rest was shit," which is we talked about that already. But let's think about this is equaling United's 20-time victory, equaling an arch rival, one of the best seasons from a debut manager. 3 losses on the year?
Yeah.
And all we're talking about is Trent, league shit. Arsenal didn't really try. Wait till City comes out. It's a shame because it's been a really, really good season.
Yeah.
And it's almost been overruled by, but I guess this is modern football, isn't it? There's always another story people have to write about. But it is a shame that at the end of it all. One more thing. If it was anywhere other than Madrid, he probably still stayed, right? Surely.
Oh, yeah. He probably would. Yeah. He would have stayed. But
is that some sort of leeway then?
I'm trying to...
Madrid?
This is the thing. I could sit here for 6 hours and just be going around in circles with this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off that he's leaving.
Yeah.
If I was at the game, I don't think I would have booed because from Australia, I'm not going to go to a Liverpool game just to boo a player. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have cheered either. No. I don't think.
Yeah.
But it's just honestly, this situation just fucked my head. Seriously, just there's so many different things to it. Obviously, if it's Madrid, he wouldn't go anywhere else.
That's the thing. Is that the only thing?
But that doesn't make it
any better.
That doesn't ease the pain or anything. For guys like Owen and McManaman, we were very average, and they left to go and win shit and to go and play for Real Madrid. But this team is ridiculous. Van Dijk and Salah have signed. The club's in a great state financially with the stadium. It's just everything about the club is brilliant at the moment. We just won the league. Yeah. The club's promised Slot to go and spend in the summer, and now he's leaving when we're at the top.
Yeah,
you
can go on.
And the fact that obviously all the Liverpool fans, the Scouts, are saying for a Liverpool lad, for him to not think that Liverpool is enough, that's where it hurts.
I think that's what Carragher was saying.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and it's got nothing to do with money as well. We offered him to be the highest paid fullback in the world, or one of, or something. So it's nothing to do with money. It's just he just bending over for a guy that's 5 years younger than him, in Jude Bellingham. So,
but I think that's the point that Carragher made, because I keep thinking to myself, every kid wants to play for Real Madrid, no matter if you watch football.
All the South Americans do.
Yeah, 100%. But then to Carragher's point, the point you just raised there, as a Scouser, nothing should mean more than to keep winning with your team.
And even the video he put out, it was so scripted and PR, and
I think that makes it worse. Right? If that hadn't come out, maybe it's less hostile on the weekend.
That's the thing I said 2 minutes ago. We could go around in circles about this thing. I said at the start it could have all been avoidable. Yeah. And now it's at the end of the season, on the day after the parade. Yeah. And Slot just shouldn't be playing him. Slot shouldn't be playing him. I mean, the fact that he came on was ridiculous, and I think after that reaction, I can't see a world where he plays again. He shouldn't.
Not even the match day squad though. I don't think he even travels or anything. No, it's done.
Yeah, he just can't play again. And the only reason why he came on was because Bradley's just come back from injury, and 2 he was on a yellow card. Mm-hmm. So. But then you got points. You got Quansah there. Why can't he play right back? Endo's played right back. It could have been so avoidable, but
maybe they thought it was going to be different. I don't know if they're oblivious, but maybe.
But during when all the players were announced before the game,
you heard
Trent's name was booed.
I know. That's the thing as well.
And even bro, did you see the footage at halftime? He was legit warming up by himself, and he stayed away from the cop.
Yeah, right.
So like you can tell he's got a pair of balls on him. I'll give him that. Like serious pair of balls on him, but you could tell he's very like fuck.
Yeah,
like
fuck this up.
I generally don't think he expected that reaction. I think he expected people to clap him and to just kind of be just like, get on with it. You know what, we get it. You're leaving. Yeah. Like you've won everything. You want a new challenge, but I think he's a little bit like, whoa, like fuck. I didn't know it'd be this bad.
I'd probably even rather starting 11 because then it sort of like gets mixed in. But if you're coming off the bench, there's every single camera, every eye is on you.
I honestly thought Slot was going to just sub Bradley off and sub Trent and not make 3 subs at the same time, because if he did that, fucking hell. But he was smart putting it in a 3. Yeah. So, but the whole talk about him wanting to win games, like he wants to use his best players, like it's just I don't buy it. It just ruined everything. It ruined the atmosphere. It's a fucking shambles, honestly.
First mistake Slot's made all season.
Absolute shambles this last week's been, honestly. It's been the worst week of our season.
Who would have thought?
It's been worse than PSG and Newcastle. Honestly, it's fucking shocking. It's so bad. And it shouldn't be.
Yeah, no. It really shouldn't.
It's infuriating, man.
Well, you want him to stay at home.